Hi guys, today we're going to talk about the laws of sine. The laws of sines is a formula. It is side A over sine of A equals side B over sine of B equals side C over sine of C. So what does that mean? It's if I'm given two angles and one side, I can solve for the second side. If I'm given two sides and an angle, I can solve for another angle. I do not need to set up all three fractions. Any two will work. So long as I have two, I can solve it. All right, so you can set up any two fractions equal to each other to solve. So I can have A over sine of A equals C over sine of C. I can have this one equal to that one. It doesn't much matter, okay? So what I need is either two sides and one angle or one side and two angles. Take a minute, write this down in your notebook. Okay, so let's look at this. So here's my triangle, and I want to solve. So when I read the words solve, that means anything that is not already labeled. So I like to make a list. Angle C is not labeled, side C is not labeled, and side A is not labeled, okay? To solve for angle C, it's easy because I have two of the three angles here, and I know that all three angles of a triangle equal 180. So I just have to do 180 minus 31 minus 20. So to go back to the pen. Angle C we find by 180 minus 31 minus 20. That's going to give me 129. So I know angle C is 129 degrees. All right, so now the next part is side C. Let's do side A. Because I have this set, so I know that is A over sine of 20 equals, and then look at B. I have a full set there. So it is 210 over sine of 31. Okay, we're going to cross multiply, meaning I'm going to take these two and multiply it. So 210 sine of 20. Make sure your calculator is in degree mode, and you hit enter, and I get 71 point, let's call it 824 equals A sine of 31. I'm going to divide both sides by the sine of 31. Okay, so we're going to take that amount, divide it by sine of 31, close your parenthesis, and A is equal to 139.454. So that works for me. We're going to say this is 139.454. Okay, so now we're going to do side C. We're going to take my side angle. We're going to take that B one again, right? So 210 over sine of 31, because it's already a nice full fraction, equals, and let's do C. Well, remember this was 129. We found that out. So this is going to be little c over sine of 129. Again, we're going to cross multiply and then divide. So 210 sine of 129, I'm sorry. 210 times sine of 129 is 163.2006. More or less is equal to c sine of 31. Again, divide by the sine of 31. We hit divide sine of 31. Make sure you are closing your parentheses, and I find out that C is 316.871. 316. So there's my answers. Okay. Too far. All right, so here we are. This time I didn't give it to you as a triangle. It doesn't much matter if I give you the triangle or not. Again, let's make a list of what I need. Angle B, angle C needs to be found, and side C. All right, so first thing I'm going to look for is I notice here these are both A's. That's a whole fraction right there. Side A over sine of A. So I know that 4.8 over sine of 28 is a full fraction. We're going to set that equal to, well, let's find B because I have side B. That's 6 over sine B. All right, still going to do the cross multiply and divide. So 6 times sine of 28. 6 times sine of 28, close your parenthesis. That is going to be 2.8168. 4.8 sine of B. We're going to divide by 4.8. And we should get a number that is a smaller decimal, probably between -1 and 1. This is going to be, yep, there we go. 0.0586 equals sine of B. Okay, so now on your calculator, right above your sine button is something that looks like this, sine, and there's a little -1. You must hit shift and then sine, so shift and then sine, and that comes up. And then you're going to type that number in, okay? Make sure you're in degree mode. And let me see, where are we? 28. Okay, so you're going to put your 0.0586 in there, and you should come up to something like 35.933. So let's say we have 35.933 degrees. From there, I can find C, because again, I have 2 of the 3. We're going to subtract. So angle C, I just have to do 180 minus 28 minus 35.933. You're going to tell me angle C is 116.067 degrees. And then we're going to solve for side C. Again, take the full fraction. 4.8 over sine of 28. This is, I always go back to my original. This is going to equal C over sine of 116.067 degrees. And cross multiply and divide. So 4.8 times sine of 116.067. You're going to get 4.3117 equals C sine of 28. Again, divide both sides by the sine of 28. Divided by sine 28, close your parenthesis. You're going to tell me side C is equal to 9.184. Let's go there. So 9.184. There's your answers. Oops. All right. So the next thing we need to talk about is area of a triangle. All right, and then to find area of a triangle when using the sine. So this one's for when you have 2 sides and an angle in between them. We use the sine function, and you're going to make it fit into any one of these. If I have BC, an angle A, or AC, angle B, these all say the same thing. It's 2 sides and the angle in between them. I just plug them in. I take half of the 2 sides multiplied times the sine of the angle. Take a moment and write this down in your notes. All right, so here's our thing. It says find the area when A is 8, B is 13, and C is 130. So if you don't have a triangle, draw one. Remembering that the capital letters are always across from the lowercase letters, and the lowercase letters are always your sides. Capital letters are always your angles. So I'm going to label it. A was 8, so this was 8. B was 13, and angle C is 130 degrees. So again, I have 2 sides and the angle in between them. So my formula is going to be K, and why they use K as area, I don't know, but they use K, is 1/2 AB sine of C. So we're going to say K equals 1/2. A is 8, B is 13, and my angle is 130 degrees. You're going to type that right into your calculator. So 1/2, you're going to do 8 times 13, sine of 130. You can do it all at once. You're going to tell me K is going to be, nope, try that again. K is going to be, not 1, sorry guys, 39.843. There's my area formula. Not bad, should be easy enough. Make sure you had those written down in your notes. All right, so find the area again. Here's one without a triangle. Again, I can just draw myself a triangle. Doesn't matter what it looks like, what shape it's in. So A, B, C, go in and write what I know. So this is 153. I know that B is 5, and I know that C is 6. Looking at it, I have the two sides and the angle in between. So I know my formula is going to be K equals 1/2 BC sine of A. Two sides, angle in between. This becomes 1/2 5 times 6 times sine of 153. Again, do that all on your calculator. We're going to do 1/2 times 5 times 6 sine times sine of 153, close your parenthesis. You're going to tell me K equals 6.8098-ish. And there's my area. Okay? Sometimes I need to know the area formula to do word problems. Or you need the law of sines to do word problems. So let's see what this one is. It says a farmer has a triangular field with sides 240, 320, and the angle between those sides is 53. What's the area of the field? So the first thing I want to do is I want to identify my information. I have a side here, I have a side length here, and then I have an angle measure in between them. Okay, I might draw a triangle again. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I might draw a triangle again, not caring what it looks like. I know that I have a 240-foot piece, a 320 piece, and that angle in between them is 53 degrees. So I'm going to do the two sides and sine of the angle in between them. So it's 1/2 240 times 320 sine of 53, and I'm going to tell you how big that field is. So we're going to multiply that. 1/2 times 240 times 320 times sine of 53, and you're going to tell me that it is 30,667.60 feet squared. Okay, because remember, we have labels here, so we want to make sure we label it. So that's how big the field is in area. If you have questions, always ask. Take that amount. It was 30,667. And then we have this one. So it says, well, what do I need to know the area formula for? What does it do? And again, we're going back to the farmers because I just did a field. So if that field, let's go back. All right, so 3,667.603. There's the whole number, right? So I'm just going to box that. That was other. It says if one bag of fertilizer covers 250 square feet, how many bags will the farmer need to do the entire field? So there's my entire field's area. You're going to take the area of the field and divide it by area covered by the fertilizer. So that means I'm going to take 30,667.60359 and divide that by 250. So we're going to hit divide by 250. I get 122.67. But it wants to know how many bags will I need. This is not your answer. Okay? That's the accurate amount, but that's not how many bags I need to buy. I need to buy 123 bags. And the reason for that is because if I buy 122 bags, 2/3 of a field is not going to be covered. So I need to buy 123 bags so I have enough to do the entire field. If you have questions with anything, let me know. Email me, join our Google Meet, or come to ASA, whichever you need, and I'd be glad to help you with this. Have a good day, guys.